What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. The stunning, drop dead, gorgeous, beautiful, educated, like intelligent, same thing. All that queen. Kenya Moore was on Wendy Williams' show earlier today, and when she was there, she talked about her marriage, if she's pregnant. She talked about duck lips, Kim Zolciak, and just the show and everything. And at the end of her interview, now the reason why I'm setting it up this way is because you're going to see an Instagram live in a few minutes here where Marlo is going in on Wendy Williams and Kenya Moore. So I just wanted to set it up so you guys can understand why she's going in, because it wouldn't have made sense to just open the video with her live if some of you did not have the backstory. So the backstory is Kenya was on Wendy, and at the end of the interview, Wendy went on this small rant about why is Marlo on the show, or she doesn't have a peach, why do they keep her, and blah 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 and whatever. And when she was done, she asked Kenya, what do you think about Marlo? And Kenya simply responded, she pulled a Mariah Carey and she said, I don't know her. I don't know who you're talking about, right? That was that. People were like, ooh, shade, all this thing. Now, Marlo went through the foster care system, okay? Marlo have all of these mugshots. She's had a rough life, but she's been able to work her way where she's able to sit at the same table as a Kenya Moore, okay? What they have in common, the whole parent issue, mother issue, whatever. For Marlo to have ended up in foster care, exactly, I'm not going to go into all of that. So when Nini was cursing her out and reading her for, to filth, right? And calling her every name but the child of God, Kenya Moore was there for her. But when someone is, chasing checks, chase their money, I get it and all that, but Marlo blows whatever the wind and Bravo check blows, okay? So when she came back on the show with Sheree, instead of her just saying, you know what, I'm not vibing with Kenya like that, it's all good, she decides to pick an argument with Kenya and then go below the belt and talk about Kenya's mother not wanting her. Now Kenya could have fired back with, wasn't you in foster care? Aren't you in your 40s, never been married, don't have kids either? So what is it that you have, you know what I'm saying, that I don't have? But Kenya did not go there because those things didn't matter. Kenya wasn't going to go down to her level. Yes, Kenya came back and said some shady things, but Kenya left the mothers out of it, okay? And when it was all said and done, they both apologized and moved on. When people show you who they are, believe them. One of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou, may her soul rest in peace. Why would I want to go back and be friends with someone like that? With someone who would allow the TV cameras and a little bit of check to get to their head for them to completely say, bleep you, I'm going to hit below the belt. Especially someone who I thought was my friend and who understand my pain and my struggle. Like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore after that. I'm going to smile and be nice when you're around me in the same spaces because I'm an adult, but I'm not rocking with you like that. So I don't understand why Marlo is so shocked, like Kenya don't want to be her friend and Kenya say I don't know her. Come on. And then on the show, this most recent season, every episode, she's the leader of questioning Kenya's marriage, calling Kenya's husband fake, all of those things, like, and I don't even come for women, and because I know that a man don't define a woman, you having a man does not define who you are. I'm not one of those women that's like that. Absolutely not. You define who you are, you complete yourself, you're beautiful, you're amazing, and a man is just a luxury that's added to your life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put men being a woman life on a pedestal like that. But it's like, this lady is finally happy. She found someone, and all of these, yes, I'm going to throw a race card in there. These black sisters, like, are sitting around the table trying to tear down and destroy her marriage and all of these things. I get it. It's reality TV. I get it. That's what they're paid for. But they're proving Kenya's point to why she doesn't want her husband on the show and why he doesn't want to be on the show. You understand what I'm saying? So the most recent episode coming up, you will see Cynthia Bailey walking away, Cynthia crying, because it's just like, dang, this girl have been ganged up on, bullied, and the only reason why she comes back is because people keep coming for her. So she had to come back with the shade and fight for herself, right? And she finally have found her happily ever after. And instead of you guys celebrating her and saying congratulations, you all are sitting around the table tearing her marriage apart, talking about let's play a game, put your hand up if you think she's married or not, all of that, right? So this is the backstory of all of the disgusting things that Marlo have done, that Kenya just say, you know what? Deuces, I'm good. So what you're about to hear is Marlo on Instagram Live. Now at the beginning of the Instagram Live, you can't really hear her because she have her hand on the mic. But just you can either fast forward or just give it a few seconds and you will hear her. In the beginning, she's basically encouraging people who live in Atlanta to go ahead and vote, for the next mayor of Atlanta. So if you think you're missing anything, you're not missing anything important. Well, it is important, but I'm saying because of when this video is going to go up, people already voted and all of that. So you're not missing any tea or juicy part or whatever. But then while she's on live and driving and it's risky, people started egging her on about Kenya, and Wendy said something. Now she did not see the interview. She didn't even see what they said, and she just had it going in and coming for Kenya and all of that. So that's what you're going to hear. I'm going to let you listen to it, and then I'm going to come back and discuss the interview more.
Good morning, who went and voted? Atlanta residents. I'm so upset. One of my friends said, get up, go vote. Of Atlanta, please go out there and vote. Okay, get up. You see, I was looking a mess. I had on my scarf, sweats, touches on this world. Go and vote, especially if you're in the city limits of Atlanta. I can't vote because I'm not in the city limits. So please go out there and make a difference if you can. What are y'all doing today? Go vote if you can. If you're in the city limits of Atlanta, go vote. And wait, look at me. Y'all know I'm crazy, right? They tell me, you can't vote. You're not in the city limits of Atlanta. I think I on the phone call like, wait a minute now. Are you sure I can't vote? To my, no, ma'am, your address is not in the city limits of Atlanta. I'm like, I'd be damn. But you guys, whoever addresses in the city limits of Atlanta, please go out there and vote and make a difference, okay? Love you guys. Let me get my butt off this phone, because I don't want to get in no accident talking to y'all this morning before I be in the emergency room and y'all be having to come visit me, okay? I love y'all. What did you say, ear? How do you feel about Wendy and Kenya? Oh, I didn't even see Wendy this morning. What Wendy? Wendy always talking about people. I was feeling bad about Wendy at that past night, but she keep talking about who said they don't like me, Wendy or Kenya? She dragged you, Marlo. Ain't saying that. Who dragged me, Wendy or Kenya? Wendy need to make up her mind, because one minute she be talking about, give me a peach. Then the next minute, she's, okay, is my hand covering the mic still now? Child, Wendy is bipolar. Wendy really love me. I'm about to ask her and say, what is the problem, Wendy? What's the problem? Now, I was up here taking up for her ass when she done passed out feeling bad for her. Now she don't like me. Child, Wendy is crazy. Wendy love me. What did she say she ain't like about me? Why all of a sudden now you don't like me? When a person talking that much about you, don't know you, never smelled your breath, don't know shit about you, that had everybody on every reality show on your couch, and bitch, I know I'm all that and fabulous. Definitely, you got a problem. That's just saying an insecure. That's another black woman who's insecure. How do you not like Marlo? You can say I talk a lot. You can say I'm extra, but how do you not like me? Because it's a part of me that's in Wendy that was a little girl that she wanted to be, or that's still the woman that she wants to be. How I'm so opinionated, she probably want to talk to Kevin like that and tell Kevin how I would probably curse his ass out. She might want to be single like I am. Oh, it wasn't Wendy. Oh, who was it? Wendy said there's something about you she doesn't like. Child, who gives two fucks? Dude, I mean, who cares? It need to be something about that damn husband she don't like. Oh my, y'all serious? Lord, Alvin, you did not call and tell me Wendy was talking about me. Well, it's something about her I love. I love that she keeps my name in her mouth. I love that she's so insecure and she lets poor little Marlo from St. Petersburg, poor little Marlo get to her skin and she keeps me in her mouth. That's crazy. Wendy, I love you to death, girl. I don't know nothing about you. I know that you're that little insecure woman. I admire you, your struggle coming from your past. So I would never hate on you, girl. I've never in life met you. I admire you. And I mean, it is what it is, darling. Keep hating. Keep hating. I don't even get it. I don't get it. Kenya said Marlo who? Child, Kenya need to say dermatologist who. That's what she need to say. Dermatologist who. Real husband who. Medicine who. She need to say a whole lot of who's, not me. Clothes who. Style who. Okay, Key is a straight up hater. Wendy said, you need a voice. A voice? Wendy need a goddamn body do-over, okay? Still looking like a bad body wrestler, looking like a goddamn linebacker. Okay, y'all gonna piss me off this morning. I'm talking about voting, Lord Jesus. I'm going to go over here and went home and watched it and went the hell off on Wendy and Kenya this morning. Lord Jesus, why y'all done told me both of them went off on me. All right, I'm gonna call y'all back. All right, let me call this damn man to come out here. I'm gonna call y'all right back, okay? Love y'all.
Okay, I'm just gonna add a few more in it. I'm not gonna make this long. Basically, Kenya, then continued Kenya about, what is Kim, problem with her, and Kenya threw the entire forest by saying that, at least she still have her original face, meaning, Kim done. Of course, Kim completely skipped that part about the original face and went to the part where, Kenya talked about Crow wearing makeup. He wears makeup. So there was nothing shady or disrespectful about that. Wendy said that Crow sew wigs, and it looks like on him and his wife's show, they showed him sewing some of her wigs. So, Whitney said that, not Kenya. Cora does not have a job, and Kenya said, hopefully he can live off his savings. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if you're counting their show, then that is his job. He is a part of the show, and I'm sure, I don't know if the whole salary works like the Real Housewives of Atlanta where the guys don't get paid, but they're all in a household, they're a family, so everybody's getting the cut and all of that. So I'm sure he's getting paid. And Kenya was just like, listen, Crow haven't done anything to me, so I'm not going to say nothing negative or bad about him, and that was that. And of course, Kim's supposed to have this great life, always talking about how she's on season 6 of her show and everything, but yet she's constantly coming for, Kenya more, and constantly, it's like, how you don't care and you're on this high horse, but yet you keep coming down to the level of the people you're referring to as peasants. Like, why are you back on the show? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's that. The interview was hilarious, and like I said in the beginning, I have a new, fun respect for Kenya Moore. I actually posted about it on my Instagram, and this is what I wrote about Kenya, and I'm going to go ahead and end it here because there's really not much to talk about as it relates to the interview. It was a great interview. It was a fun interview. Shade was thrown, and congratulations to Kenya. Before I read what I wrote on my social media page, Wendy did ask her about her being pregnant. She did not deny or confirm. She just said that when the time is right for her to speak on it, she will. They did talk about, the news going around about Moore Manor, and did she move? Did she sell it? Is it up for, foreclosure? Wendy did not say that F word, the foreclosure word, but basically alluded to that. And Kenya was like, hey, we are still in there. We just, posted in pictures and did our whole Christmas tree and all of that, so everything is going great with Moore Manor. She, so as far as she's concerned, she's doing great. She's not addressing the rumors about anything else that's coming up, but she owes $6,000 in listen, man, when people talk about people owing taxes and foreclosure and stuff, it's millions of dollars. You can't tell me that D. Kenya Moore don't have $6,000 to just throw at someone. And yeah, so that story just sounds iffy. But anyways, they talked about that. Kenya said that, she have her home here, which is now their home. He have his home in New York, which is now their home. But they would like to buy a home together so that it's our home and not, I bought my house before you came. You had your house before I came and all of that. And then, of course, she talked about how she met her amazing husband and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and you guys have seen the interview, so no need of me repeating. But I posted this image on my on the blog Instagram page, and this is what I wrote. I wrote, yes, the queen emoji come through and so on and so forth. And I wrote, I admire Kenya more so much because her strength have been tested since birth and each time she keeps bouncing back. For Wendy to say those disgusting things about her mother and marriage and yet Kenya placed all that aside, showed up, gave her a compliment with a little shade, LOL, smiled with her, did her job with class was everything. She never allowed those who wanted her to feel less than get their wish. You all will see Cynthia Bailey crying next week. She is because here's a woman, Kenya Moore, who overcame so much, but yet black sisters who are supposed to be happy for her and uplifting her are sitting around a table attempting to tear apart and mock her happily ever after, parentheses, marriage. Proving the reason why her husband doesn't want to be on the show. Shade or not, reality TV show or not, that's terrible. Thank you for being who you are and showing your strength. Know that through all the hate, there are people out there who truly admire your strength and perseverance. At the Kenya Moore, congratulations again on your marriage. Wishing you the best. God bless. So that's what I wrote about Kenya, and I admire her strength. I'm not saying Kenya is perfect. I'm not saying Kenya don't throw shade. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying she doesn't have a ways about her. I'm just saying majority of the time she be minding her business and people come for her, and that's why she said don't come for me unless I send for you. All right. So on that note, my Vina loves, I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.